It's Cosmo and the Y107 Morning Show, and just jumped off the fire truck. We got Danny Spry from Columbia Fire Department. Fire Prevention Week is on. I know you guys had your big kickoff event at the Columbia Mall. Bunch of kids out, families bringing kids out for fire safety. Such an important time of the year. You think about it, candles and jack-o'-lanterns. You got tailgates like we were talking about.
Cooking, all kinds of cooking.
Yeah. Everybody's going to start deep frying turkeys here soon. That's a whole other mess of things that are very, very dangerous, and you got to just be alert and take your time with everything.
We get into the schools as well. I mean, it's very important for us to get our message out about, testing your smoke alarms, planning an escape route in your home, because a lot of people don't think about how do you get out. Plan one way, plan 2 ways, 3 ways. Plan as many escape routes as you can, because you wake up in the middle of the night and you hear that chirp, chirp, chirp.
Mm-hmm.
That means let's go. Let's get out. And there it is.
There you go.
That's a working smoke alarm right there.
Time to roll.
And it's time to hush. Hit the hush button.
There you go. But we've had this conversation at our house as well, because my bonus son Sam's room is on top of the garage, and there's an angled roof there. Then he's got to get down from that roof and then down. If he's got to get out and it's on that third level, that's his only way out if he can't get into that hallway. Or same for my wife and I. And we don't have the roof to jump out of. And so I got thinking, after your guys' event on Sunday, we probably need to get one of those ladders in our bedroom, because I don't know if if we can't get out of our doorway into the hallway, the only way out for us is out that window, which is a straight 1.5-story drop to the patio.
And, there's some things that we like to add to the education as well. One of the things is, do you sleep with your doors closed?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay. Why would you shut the door in case there was a fire going down the hallway? Give me a reason why you think you shut the door.
I would think that would be to keep the fire from coming into our room, or oxygen to help feed the fire more?
Oxygen to help feed the fire, because it follows the path of least resistance. If you have that door open, what's it going to do?
It's going to
lick under, right?
Yeah. It's come out of that door.
With that said, you're talking about Sam's room. When we arrive, once you've got an escape plan planned out, and if you get out and you have your meeting point, whether it's at the mailbox across the street, the neighbor's front yard, the big tree in the yard, when we arrive on those big red trucks, we're finding out what's going on, putting things together. Usually, Joint Communications will have something for us in our notes. Hey, everybody's out of the house. There's somebody still in the house. And we arrive and you say, my son's on the 3rd floor. We believe he's still in his room. We can act on that. We can vent enter search. We can do a lot of things. Rescue is our top priority. There's a lot of working parts to a fire in the home.
Absolutely. But first, you got to make sure that smoke detector is going to work. We're going to give you an opportunity to get a brand new smoke detector from Columbia Fire Department in just a second. More on Fire Prevention Week. Have that conversation with your family. Set up that time tonight around dinner or this weekend, whatever. Since there's not a tailgate Saturday, no Mizzou game, take some time and have a plan ready. And we're going to get some more fire safety tips and things online, too, at Y107.com. It's Cosmo and the Y107 Morning Show. Chance for you to get a free smoke detector for your house in just a couple of seconds. Talking Fire Prevention Week with a firefighter from Columbia Fire Department, Danny Spry. That knowing where to go and all that stuff is so important with your kids. Know that, like you said, pick out that meeting spot. You know it. Every neighborhood, every house, you got that landmark. Just know it right off the bat where you're going to get to. Checking the batteries in the smoke detectors. We're getting ready to change clocks here in a little bit. We always hear change the batteries when you change your clocks, spring forward, fall back, all that kind of stuff. Probably should do it checking more often than just those 2 times a year.
Absolutely. Smoke alarms are your earliest warning to get out of your home should there be a fire, especially in the middle of the night. Now, we've all been there. We hear that chirp, chirp, and it gets on people's nerves, and then they go and they take the battery out or they take the smoke alarm down. We don't want you doing that. You've got to have a working smoke alarm somewhere in the home, preferably in the bedrooms, down the hallway, somewhere not around the kitchen area, in the living room area, somewhere that is, if something happens, it activates, all right? But smoke alarms are also only good for 10 years. So when you're changing the batteries or you pull them down and you're looking, there's a date on the back, the manufacturer's date. If it's over 10 years old, it's time to throw it out, replace it, and get a new one.
And you can get fire alarms pretty much everywhere. Lowe's, Home Depot, Target, Walmart, online, I mean, you name it.
Right here on Y107.
And right here, we're going to give some out here in just a little bit. So just have that conversation. You're listening this morning, and I know, like you said, you're going to be out in the schools. A lot of kids, I remember as a kid coming home from school and instantly starting that plan. Like, okay, how do we get out? What are we doing? Yeah. And it's it sounds to some people maybe it sounds hokey, but it could be the serious difference between somebody making it and somebody not getting out of your house.
Your family is everything to you, and your family is everything to us. That is our job, to make sure we keep you safe. We save property and lives. Make it a family night. Make a family night of fire prevention and fire safety by planning your safety routes, your meeting points, and obviously checking your smoke alarms in your home.
A lot of kids, and not just smoke alarms, too. If you got fire extinguishers in the kitchen and the garage, whatever, make sure your kids, because kids are at home alone more than they've ever been before.
Yep.
Make sure your kids know how to use that stuff and what to do. And if there's, heck, so many houses now don't have landline phones. Can you get to a phone and call 911 in time? Or who do you go to? Neighbors next door, whatever. Get those plans together.
Fire is so unpredictable. I mean, that moment can strike at any time, whether it's carelessness with smoking materials, candles, cooking.
Yep.
We want you to get out. If you can get out when something's started, we don't want you fighting fire. Get out of the house, call 911. That's what we're here for.
Just make sure you know exactly what's up with your smoke alarms. Get some batteries for them. And
check the date on them.
Check the date. Yep.
Check the date. Make sure they're within 10 years.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, don't put one in the middle of the kitchen because, that's just going to be frustrating.
You're asking for it. The dining room and the kitchen, you're just asking for it to keep going off.
Yep. Well, thank you so much for your time. Everybody be safe. And again, more Fire Prevention Week and safety tips online right now at Y107.com. If you would like a smoke alarm for your house for free from Columbia Fire Department, text me right now. Just text FIRE to 1-800-500-Y107, and I'm going to give out the first 3 texters. I'll give out 3 smoke alarms right now to you. Text FIRE to 800-500-Y107, and I'm going to give this to you, but you got to promise you have a family meeting and you seriously talk about your plan now, today, this weekend. Make it happen. It could save your life.
Text us now. 800-500-Y107.